History of Vietnam, a journey through time. Welcome to the Info Arena. In today's video, we are embarking on an incredible journey through Vietnam's history, from its earliest beginnings to its modern-day transformation. Vietnam is a land of resilience, cultural depth, and fascinating narratives, making it one of history's most compelling destinations. If you're a history enthusiast, this story of Vietnam will inspire, educate, and amaze you. Let's get started. Vietnam's story begins thousands of years ago, long before recorded history. Archaeological evidence reveals that early human settlements thrived in this region during the Stone and Bronze Ages. The fertile lands surrounding the Red River were ideal for farming, allowing small communities to grow rice and establish their livelihoods. These early civilizations laid the foundation for Vietnam's cultural and agricultural heritage, shaping its identity from the very start. In the depths of Vietnam's history lies its mythological origin. According to legend, the Hong Bang dynasty, led by the Hung kings, founded the kingdom of Van Lang. This ancient land is believed to be Vietnam's first organized state. The Hung kings are celebrated for fostering the Vietnamese spirit of unity, resourcefulness, and independence, a legacy preserved in folklore and honored in annual festivals to this day. From 111 BCE to 939 AD, Vietnam fell under Chinese domination, a period that profoundly influenced its culture, language, and governance. While Chinese rule brought Confucian ideals, bureaucratic systems, and advances in technology, it also ignited a fierce Vietnamese resistance. The Trung sisters are among the most iconic figures of this era. These brave women led a major rebellion against the Han dynasty in AD 40, symbolizing Vietnam's unyielding fight for independence. Though their rebellion was ultimately unsuccessful, their courage endures as a source of national pride. Vietnam regained its independence in 939 AD, following Ngo Quyen's historic victory at the Battle of Bac Dang River. This watershed moment marked the end of centuries of Chinese rule and established Vietnam as an independent kingdom. Ngo Quyen's triumph is celebrated as a cornerstone of national identity and pride. Under the Le dynasty, 1009-1225, Vietnam flourished. Buddhism became the dominant religion, and the capital of Hanoi, then called Thang Long, was established. Infrastructure, education, and culture thrived during this golden age. The Tran dynasty, 1225-1400, followed, another era of strength and prosperity. It was under the Tran leadership that Vietnam famously resisted repeated Mongol invasions led by Kublai Khan. Tran Hung Dao, a legendary general, utilized strategic brilliance to defeat the Mongols, securing Vietnam's sovereignty. The short-lived Ho dynasty faced internal strife and external threats, culminating in the Ming dynasty's invasion. Chinese rule was reimposed, and Vietnam endured severe cultural suppression under Ming occupation from 1407 to 1427. However, the Vietnamese resistance would once again rise. The Lam Son uprising, led by the visionary leader Le Loi, successfully expelled the Chinese forces in 1428. Le Loi became an iconic hero, founding the Le dynasty and ushering in a period of cultural and economic prosperity. During his reign, Confucianism flourished, and Vietnam asserted itself as a thriving civilization in Southeast Asia. As Vietnam grew, internal conflicts began to surface. The Tay Son Rebellion, 1771-1802, was a turning point, as the Tay Son brothers rose against corruption within the ruling class. Their movement sought to unify northern, central, and southern Vietnam, paving the way for a stronger united country. The Nguyen dynasty, 1802-1945, brought Vietnam into a new era of monarchy and governance. Under Emperor Gia Long, Vietnam was fully unified, and Hue became its cultural and political capital. The dynasty's rule witnessed significant advancements in administration, architecture, and education. Despite these developments, the Nguyen rulers struggled with rising Western influences. This would ultimately lead to conflicts with European powers, especially the French. The arrival of French forces in 1858 changed Vietnam's trajectory forever. By the late 19th century, Vietnam became part of French Indochina, a colonial empire marked by economic exploitation and cultural suppression. While the French introduced railways, plantations, and Western education, most Vietnamese people faced poverty, forced labor, and limited opportunities. This sparked resentment and resistance, planting the seeds for a wave of nationalist movements. By the early 20th century, Vietnamese nationalism gained momentum. Key figures like Ho Chi Minh emerged, advocating for freedom, equality, and self-determination. The early revolts against colonial authorities, though often suppressed, laid the foundation for Vietnam's modern independence movement. The chaos of World War II brought temporary Japanese control over Vietnam. However, this occupation further weakened French authority and fueled Vietnamese calls for independence. The Viet Minh, led by Ho Chi Minh, began to organize and prepare for Vietnam's liberation from foreign rule. France attempted to regain its hold on Vietnam after World War II, leading to the First Indochina War, 1946 to 1954. This brutal conflict ended with France's historic defeat at the Battle of Dien Bien Phu. The victory achieved by Vietnamese forces under General Vo Nguyen Giap was a turning point, forcing France to withdraw and granting Vietnam partial independence under the terms of the Geneva Accords. The Geneva Accords, signed in 1954, temporarily divided Vietnam at the 17th parallel. North Vietnam was led by Ho Chi Minh's communist administration, while South Vietnam established a pro-Western government under Ngo Dinh Diem. This division set the stage for one of the most devastating conflicts of the 20th century. The Vietnam War, 1955-1975, was a pivotal period not only in Vietnamese history but on a global scale. The war resulted from tensions between the Communist North and anti-Communist South, fueled by Cold War rivalries between the US and the Soviet Union. The Viet Cong, using guerrilla warfare tactics, and North Vietnamese forces resisted American intervention for nearly 2 decades. The 1975 fall of Saigon marked the end of the war and the reunification of Vietnam under communist leadership. Following reunification, Vietnam faced immense challenges. The war left widespread destruction, economic difficulties, and international isolation. Yet, the Vietnamese people's determination to rebuild their nation steadily began to bear fruit. In 1986, Vietnam introduced the Doi Moi policy, a significant set of economic reforms aimed at shifting the country toward a socialist-oriented market economy. This policy opened Vietnam to global trade, foreign investment, and rapid industrialization. Today, Vietnam stands as a thriving and dynamic nation in Southeast Asia. Its rapid industrialization, vibrant cities, and rich cultural heritage make it a fascinating country, both historically and in modern times. Vietnam's enduring history is intertwined with its cultural legacy. Through centuries influenced by Chinese, French, and other powers, Vietnam has preserved its unique identity, expressed in its festivals, traditional art, cuisine, and language. Monuments like the Temple of Literature and Hue Imperial City reflect the country's deep connection to its past. Vietnam's history is a testament to its people's resilience, adaptability, and unwavering spirit of self-determination. From overcoming foreign domination to navigating modern challenges, the story of Vietnam offers valuable lessons about strength, unity, and perseverance. Vietnam's incredible journey through history, from ancient civilizations to a united and thriving modern state, continues to inspire the world. If you enjoyed watching this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share it with others to spread knowledge about history. Share your thoughts below. What part of Vietnam's history interests you the most? Stay tuned to the Info Arena for more exciting stories about the world's great civilizations and histories. See you next time.